long have you been playing?
47 years.
Wow.
I started when I was 14 and now I'm 63. But I'm going to keep playing here and do another one.
One of our goals in Manitou was to break the ice into talking to people.
I'm not sure if it was because he knew we were Christian or because that was his worldview.
I was cool to like listen to his story and then how he like wrote him songs and stuff like that.
Guy was sitting there playing his guitar, looked like Abraham Lincoln.
Homeless man.
Top hat and everything.
And he was out there playing his guitar, hoping for money, you know.
And then on his guitar case was a bunch of like smoke weed stickers. It was like, it's a different perspective on things. I know it's legal there, but it just kind of was like, I would not put those two together in any way.
We also talked with a guy who was doing parkour in the streets, and his philosophy was that he didn't believe in like God or an afterlife or heaven or hell, but he pretty much worshipped parkour, which was really interesting and a very new perspective of the world. And so then our group asked him where he thought we went after we died, which
After that, we had our first immersion experience and got to go talk to people on the streets, which I was kind of like freaking out. I was like, I've never done this before.
It's like heaven, but we don't go to a place like hell. Our souls just kind of float there.
And we ran into some interesting people.
What do you mean by interesting?
Well, we ran into a Jewish lady who was a country singer, whose boyfriend was Irish. Both believed in God and everything else. So that was interesting. Kept asking us how old we were, seeing if we would go and buy him something.
And I got more dedicated to it.
And,
it's an illegal substance.
no, he was just kicked out of the bar.
So we were in the land of Colorado. Looks like
Yes, many brownie jokes to be told.
So, parkour is like a state of mind.
When you live in the same group of people for so long, you kind of forget that there are other people who share completely different views. So it was really interesting to go out and figure some of those out.
Then we met up with the parkour guy that was running around flipping everywhere, and we talked to him, and he definitely has some interesting views about life and everything.
If you've ever heard of parkour, it's just where they go run and do flips and street tricks around the street running.
Yeah, he shared some stuff with us.
But this one guy, he was very open to talk to us.
It kind of seemed like he was one that didn't really know how to answer the questions or hadn't really thought about it, but then other things he definitely had like a solid view, like this is what I think about this and stuff.
I try to live by the philosophy of just making decisions and moving forward in life and just being positive all the time. I'm not, always 100% perfect about that, but I try my best.
Yeah, nobody is. No.
So I just try to envelop parkour into my life as much as possible and try to, let it better me as a person.
So that's like your stress reliever if you're having a bad day.
Yeah, exactly. Like if I'm frustrated or if I'm sad or if I'm happy or if I'm anything, I'll go out and I'll parkour and I'll feel great.
Cool. Is God involved in any way with that?
Oh, no, I'm not religious at all.
Okay.
But,
well, you're probably religious about parkour, right?
Yeah, I guess you could say that, yeah.
Talking to another guy who was doing parkour, and to him it was like, parkour was kind of like his God. It's what he devoted himself to. But he wouldn't say, he said he was an atheist, but in a way it was kind of, I think human beings in general, even if they say they're atheists, find some type of God, little g to them, was what it made me realize. Like they devote themselves to something and kind of worship it in a way and constantly do it. It kind of opened my eyes, because usually you think atheists, they just don't believe in anything, but if you use that, everybody takes something that they end up devoting themselves to, like a God.
Stop existing. I don't believe we're just going to go somewhere special or we're going to be reincarnated. I like to be open about whatever is going to happen.
Well, thank you for the demonstration and your time.
Yeah, sorry it wasn't better.
Oh, no. It was great.
I like it. So. Yeah. Well, thank you. Well, you guys have a nice day.
You too.
So, you said your views on religion were As long as you believe, I guess that's all that matters.
Folded clean clothes next to him, and the other one. No, they both looked kind of disheveled, but the one did look like he maybe had, plans for that day or that, next day. The other one had a bottle of some kind of hard liquor wrapped up in a paper bag.
Good or is it bad or?
Oh yeah, religion I can see. Okay. Depends. What religion?
Very iconic, very like, oh yeah, I've seen that before. So chatted with them, and the one, who looked like he was a little bit more cleaned up said he really didn't have any views on religion. It's all good, but he said that all religion is either good or bad. So it's only how you use it, and we asked him a few more questions, and he kind of clammed up a little bit, and he was still friendly, he just, kind of ran out of words. The other guy, on the other hand, wanted to tell us his life story, so we got to hear about the fact that he believes in reincarnation.
If you have a preference on religion, then what are your views on
I believe
death?
in reincarnation.
Okay.
Same way you drop a seed from a tree, what's it do? It reproduces. Everything reproduces.
It's inevitable, but I'm in no hurry to get there.
Everything reproduces.
So, if you live a good life, then you get reincarnated to be something good? Do you believe that, or you just get
maybe you don't live a
reincarnated?
good life. Maybe you live a bad life. You're going to come back as something bad.
Said he wasn't sure, but he didn't think he was probably going to be a human extent.
Kind of like karma then?
And talked a little bit more about his beliefs about that, and his previous employers. Finally, the conversation did wind down a little bit, and we offered to pray, but they wanted to take us up on that, so we thanked them for their time.
Cool to hear their story, cool to see what they believed. We prayed for them, they were really excited about that. So that was really nice.
Really nice people. They just didn't really know what was going to happen to them when they die, because the husband, and he didn't know where he was going to go, but the girl just didn't want to say anything.
Yeah, like the guy and lady we talked to at the Springs place, that kind of stuck too, because those guys, partially you feel sorry for them because they don't, they do it, and then there's those people that they think they have it right, but they don't.
Oh yeah, and we saw the drug bust as well. And being from the country, I've never really gotten to see somebody get arrested before, so we got there right in the aftermath. We walked on the other side of it.
One of the guys we talked to for most of the time, he was an everythingist, we call him. He just believed that
an everythingist.
We talked to the store owner for a little while, and
it was interesting seeing his view on.
He was open to us praying for him, though, so.
He's like, yeah, we have everyone here. We have Christians, and we have Muslim, and he named a few others. And he's like, yeah, it's all good.
We talked to him about our beliefs and everything, and he told us his, and he supports all religions basically.
We prayed for him.
His partner was Jewish. I think she was Jewish. So that was interesting.
We just were walking around on the streets trying to hear people's stories, talk to them a little bit, incorporate maybe what happens after we die.
We talked to a hippie.
Talked to who?
A hippie. But we actually asked him if he considered himself a hippie, and he said yes. He wanted us to buy drinks for him.
A Go Green guy, and we talked to him about
one of those
the
Greenpeace
along the lines of an evolutionary base.
Why do we have to be good? Where do these moral standards come from? What makes us say moral?
Jim.
Galatians 3:19 through 25. What then was the purpose of the law? It was added because of transgressions, until the seed to whom the promise referred had come. The law was put into effect through angels by a mediator. A mediator, however, does not represent just one party, but God is one. Is the law therefore opposed to the promise of God? Absolutely not. For if a law...
Yeah, we did go to Denver and to the Capitol, and Simon and their group gave their devotion on government. And Denny asked a very thought-provoking question that day about where we draw the line between the law of God and the law of people, which I still think about all.
We had law and politics, how they wanted how, I don't know if it was how we wanted to like put God more into the center of it, and how we're kind of falling away from that.
I don't know whether it'd be a typo though. Kind of weird.
Like, you may not be a foreigner.
For me, the devotions on the trip are really cool. It just kind of was like an open group session, and people would stop and notice and like actually like listen in. For me, that's kind of like how church is.
To guide us, to give us hope, other than what we see before us and our man-made laws, our human, flawed law system. And I say flawed
law and politics.
I say flawed not because I don't believe that our laws are just, but because, you know, some laws are very obscured from what is morally and what I think is biblically correct, but flawed because humans made those laws. We're not perfect. You know, we serve a creator who is, but we're not.
I'd just gone through early American history, American government, so that my fall spring trimester. So that kind of helped with me because I could actually see the Constitution be like, they're kind of twisting that part of it or something like that, and so I'd carry that into my devotion.